Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Lloyd Lewis and I'm an artist that's exhibited throughout the UK. I've had some success with open exhibitions and jury shows and things like that, and I've also been lucky enough to be a wildcard entrant on Sky Landscape Artist of the Year. That was really cool and really fun. I've got a video that talks all about that. Anyway, today what I want to do, I want to just share with you a work in progress. All right, this is far from being finished, but what I wanted to just talk to you about is some of the things that I'm using to draw this. Like, obviously I'm using pencils, right? I'm using charcoal, but and white and a white grey pencil as well, on a colour background, okay, a colour ground. But what I'm also using, a couple of other things, I just thought you guys might really be interested to hear about, like, some of the process and how we do this. So obviously, like, this is charcoal, so I'm using a charcoal pencil. I really like a charcoal pencil. I don't mind fine charcoal, it's fun, it's messy, and you can really have a bit of fun with it, but I like this, and I sharpen it with a one second, let me get it. I sharpen it, here's my cool chewy pencil case. I sharpen it with a knife. All right, there's my knife, and I use this board sandpaper to get a point. Okay, I like quite a nice big lead there. All right, and it's really useful, really helpful, really good. So anyway, move that out of the way. So I use my charcoal pencil, and I use these guys as well. So I'm using a white, and this is a 105, I think it is. I can't see what the color is. These are Carbo Othello crayons, Stabilo crayons. They're really good. I love these things. These are absolutely wonderful. Kind of like, when I started using them, I was like, where have you been all my life? They're just brilliant, really are. So these are the three things I'm using to create this skull, and obviously a skull as well. My skull's around the corner there, but I didn't want to share that with you. So yeah, these are the three I'm using, and they're sharpened in all in the same way. All right, using that knife and using that sandpaper to kind of get that point. I'm also obviously making mistakes a lot, so I'm using my kneadable putty rubber. Okay, so it's kneadable, and that means you can knead it and move it around and create little shapes with it. It's brilliant for this kind of drawing, because you know, you need, I'm going to start trying to get some defined edges and things on the outside, and it's really useful. You can kind of sharpen it to a point and use it to kind of try and, you know, tidy up the outside bit, but you can also use it to lift off some of the things if you've gone a little bit too dark. You know, you can, or you know, you can kind of lift off to create a little bit of mid-tone, because this is obviously a mid-tone. The white is the highlight. So yeah, so these are really good. If you haven't got one, I suggest you go and nip down to your local art shop and pick up one of these things, because they're absolutely genius. Another thing that I've been using is this. It's a Tortellon, or a blending stick, and this is really useful for those kind of diffuse edges, you know. So I've got some lovely shadow down here, and you kind of can use it to just pull it out and drag it out, and you've got this one, you get this lovely diffuse line there, which kind of, you know, when you see with shadow, it can kind of, like, if it's close to the object, it's quite sharp, but as it moves away, and you've got kind of different light sources coming in, it kind of diffuses and gets a little bit lighter and things like that. So this is a really good tool. One of the tools I use for creating that. It's also really good for blending in here to kind of make things a little bit uniform. This is long way of being finished. I have no idea how it's going to progress. I'm enjoying it at the moment, and obviously at the end of the day, it's art, and that's what you should be doing. You should be enjoying it. It shouldn't be torture. It should be fun. Yes, there'll be times where you're going to go, I don't know, I can't even figure out which end of the pencil to use. That's fine. We all get like that, right? But my suggestion to you is, if you are like that and you kind of feel like, I don't know what I'm doing, pick up the pencil and, you know, work out which end makes the mark on the paper, and just go for it. All right, just have fun. Don't get precious, and just enjoy it. So this is one of the things I use to blend. The other one, which is really, really handy, is this little guy here, my fan brush. I use this to help me blend, and it's absolutely brilliant. It sends up lovely little clouds as well of thing here. But this is another one that's really good for creating diffuse shadows and things like that, and also maybe like it's also for unifying areas as well. So you know, when you kind of not good for, if you put a detail in that area, don't use this because it's indiscriminate. All right, at least with the blending tool you've got a point and you can kind of use it to manipulate the areas that you want, so it's a little bit better in that regard. So yeah, those are some of the things. Like obviously I'm doing this drawing now, I'm using charcoal and I'm using, or charcoal pencil, and I'm using these white crayons as well. They're really, really good. So yeah, I use other things for other things, you know. So if I'm using a pen and ink, I'm not using my brushes and things to blend, because that's a whole other thing, obviously. But anyway guys, so I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it's been informative and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, then obviously hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, why not? Let's subscribe. There'll be a link somewhere, I'm sure. Okay, so have a lovely day. Whatever you're going to do today, try and make some art. Thanks guys, take care, bye bye.